Good afternoon, I'm Taylor Boykin, and welcome to Boykin Banter. Here's what we're covering this afternoon on your favorite podcast. Along with our regular variety of stories, today we will also have a special interview with a North Carolina A&T State University student about Women's History Month and the impact that it's had on his life. COVID-19 has created a major change in the sports industry in the past year. Alexis Black reports on how the virus has affected the life of an A&T cheerleader.
After talking to Kimaya Armstrong, she thinks that COVID has caused a negative impact between her and cheerleading. Around this time, people are used to attending basketball games every other night. As a freshman, she hasn't been able to experience her first basketball game or even her first game as a cheerleader. This year has been a very depressive one, as sports hasn't been the same and has mentally disrupted athletes. Not being able to fully enjoy what you do is hard. We can only hope and pray that we make it back to normal soon. For Aggie News, I'm Alexis Black in Greensboro, North Carolina.
North Carolina A&T student Nicholas Harper is an up-and-coming artist with a lot to say. Trinity Brown reports that February 19th marked the release of his new EP.
The work is titled The Black Tape. It consists of 4 songs with powerful titles and messages. The 20-year-old has always had an interest in music and has continued to release singles like Aura and the Heart Song on Spotify. This is his first complete project. Since it is Black History Month, he felt this was the perfect time to put something like this out. So, let's support a fellow Aggie and download the Black Tape today. For Aggie News, I'm Trinity Brown, reporting from Greensboro.
While 2020 was a year full of many changes, 2021 has also caused U.S. citizens to party in new ways. Shaylin Harper reports on the new way that one family held a 70-year-old's birthday party.
3:50 p.m. on February 20th, one family held a surprise birthday party through Zoom. The party connected family and friends from Maryland, Washington, D.C., North Carolina, Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania, and ages range from 1 year old to 79. Florence Harper, the birthday woman, explained how she was not prepared for the party, but happy to see everyone. Conversations varied and introduced new family members as well as old friends. As COVID-19 thrives, Zoom provides a way for people separated by distance to party and keep in touch. For Aggie News, I'm Shaylin Harper in Raleigh, North Carolina.
NCAA's volleyball star Courtney Pitt scored her 1,000th kill in her Aggie volleyball career. Ashley Jackson reports she is one of 3 Aggies to ever be able to reach 1,000 kills.
On Friday, February 19th, the North Carolina A&T Aggies played against the North Carolina Central Eagles in a volleyball match. Courtney Pitt began the volleyball game with 995 kills and was able to score 9 more kills throughout the game. She finished the game with 1,004 kills total. According to Associate Head Coach Blaine Tendler, who was interviewed by the A&T Register, Coach Blaine is very proud of Pitt and was glad she could help the team win the game. For Aggie News, I'm Ashley Jackson in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Today I have senior North Carolina A&T State University student DeMarcus Webster here to talk about Women's History Month. DeMarcus is on a panel that celebrates and recognizes the different accomplishments women have made. Thanks for joining me on the show today, DeMarcus. So, when is Women's History Month?
Women's History Month is actually March 1st to March 31st.
Okay, and tell me something about Women's History Month that stands out to you.
It was actually Martin Luther King's mother. She was an activist for the civil rights movement and Black Lives before, the Black Lives Matter movement, before civil rights was actually a thing. And she was assassinated, unfortunately. And this is one of the months that we use to recognize some of the women that played a key factor in the role of society.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's actually really interesting. Okay, and so how do you think celebrations like Women's History Month help to change society?
Uh, Honestly, society is kind of toxic when it comes to masculinity and people really thinking that men are always over the top. So it's really good to have a month where women are recognized for the amount of power they have and the role that they play in our society as caretakers and educators and individuals that really just lead us and tend to us ever since we were little all the way till we're eventually graduating men.
So then who would you say is the most influential woman that you know?
Uh, for me, the most influential woman that I know would be my grandmother and my mother. My mom has been there since I was younger, just supporting me, and she was a very young mother. She was 18 when she had me, and then whenever my mom couldn't do, my grandma was over there. She was always there to take place or to take role, take action, and to helping me become the man I am today.
So then what about your grandmother and your mother both inspire you to be a better person and to do things differently?
They really showed me sacrifice. They showed me how taking time out of their lives to help and nurture me really could fester into something beautiful. They were very generous. They always gave me the will to do anything. They always told me I'm on top or that I'm gonna overachieve something. They really are just some of the biggest motivators and influential speakers of my life.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Do you think that women are underrepresented in any aspects of a modern American life?
Uh, some women do feel as if they are beneath others or they feel like the society does pit themselves underneath others. I personally don't, but I have seen where women are treated unfairly as far as harassment in the workplace or either just not even being paid fairly just because they don't do as much or as the amount of men do.
Hmm. So, what, in your opinion, are some of the biggest challenges that women today face? And then, how do you think that those challenges will change in the future?
Those challenges will eventually go away because I feel like with technology being more of a role and the modernization of society, that you're not really going to have a man go in there and do something, or it's not really going to always be a man's job. Man's jobs are going to be eventually taken replaced of by technology, is what I'm saying, at
Mhm.
least in my field.
So, then what do you think are some of the biggest challenges that women today face?
Women today face a lot of challenges. One is just the socialization of like beauty and just having to keep themselves up and stay this gorgeous being that most women are held up to be in society.
Hmm.
It's a lot.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming here today and talking to me about Women's History Month and the women that have impacted you in your life and just kind of how this has a role in your life. So I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing that with me.
Okay, thank you so much.
Well, that's all I have for you today. Join us next time for more Boykin Banter. Our producer was Taylor Boykin. Our reporters were Alexis Black, Trinity Brown, Shaylin Harper, and Ashley Jackson. Our radio editor was Taylor Boykin. I'm Taylor Boykin, and have a great rest of your afternoon. Along with our regular variety of stories, today we will also have a special interview with a North Carolina A&T State University student about Women's History Month and the impact that it's had on his life.